Dre click.
Yeah, I clicked it.
Are you constantly saying yes to others, only to feel drained and resentful? We're going to dive into why we sacrifice our own needs to make others happy and share practical steps to break free. Exposing the strength and vulnerability and shattering the silence around men's mental health. We're two guys creating a space where men can talk, support, and uplift one another. In a world that often misunderstands us, we're here to break the stigma. Join the conversation, empower yourself, and let's redefine what it means to be a man. This is the Untamed Truth Podcast. Tune in, speak out, and let's grow together.
Man, the reason why I feel like this is something that we need to talk about is because I lived for most of my life as a people pleaser. Like, I was always the yes man with everything, man. Not just like relationships, but with whatever, like task, helping out. I always was the yes man, and I always put myself last because of it. I mean,
Right.
Look at the position I'm in now because of it. You know?
Well, I know what you mean. Like, I'd say like at an early age, we're kind of molded into being more of a people pleaser. Like, it depends on how you grew up.
Yeah,
too, right?
that's a big deal.
So, like, you know, you're taught to share your toys and stuff like that, right? And then, you know, like, as you grow up, like, you know, I was always taught to work hard, right? So I always thought work hard, move up, stuff like that, right? So I did this during work. So, like, I would always try to be the people pleaser.
And do a little extra.
Take the extra work and do that. And then they just expect more.
Yeah.
They expect you to do more, and they just keep more and more and more. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, it turns out to be kind of a bad thing in a lot of situations.
It's super
like,
less beneficial for you because you're putting out more, like twice as much sometimes, and you're getting the same amount in return.
Yeah, like especially at work. Like,
Yeah.
like nowadays, like I don't know. Like, just this is just my experience. Some other people I've seen that they do the bare minimum. They do a little bit extra, maybe here and there, but they don't really put in a whole lot. And those people move up.
Yeah.
And then the people that are the people pleasers that come in, do the work, then they're coming in every day to do extra.
Mm-hmm. Stay late to help out, or they always are the ones that, we'll just call this guy. He'll come in on his day off to help us out since we're behind.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're always that guy, but they never reciprocate that.
It's like they always take advantage of that person that's willing to be, you know, what is, dude, there's a guy that I watch on Facebook sometimes that they're like, hey, today Susie's out, so we're gonna need you to do your job and Susie's job. And he's like, yeah, do I get paid Susie's pay for the day? And they're like, well no, that's not how it works. He goes, then no. And they're like, well we're gonna need you to. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to kiss my ass. I'm not doing it. And like, the dude is hilarious, like, but he basically is talking about this same kind of stuff in the workplace.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, the workplace is like crazy when it comes to that anymore. Like, used to, like, when I was first growing up, that's how you moved
That's how
up.
you progressed. Yeah, absolutely.
Nowadays, it's like totally different.
Dude, that stuff,
If you do more than bare minimum,
you get taken advantage of.
they expect more than bare minimum. If you're doing 2 to 3 people's jobs, because I did that in my last job, I was doing 3 people's jobs, not getting paid for it. I get paid my pay. That's
Not
it.
just getting it paid for it, but whenever you do that, like, after a while, they're just like, oh, well, we don't have to hire you any help.
Yeah.
We don't have to hire you any help because you're doing it, so what's the difference? Well, I'm doing it, but at the cost of my sanctity, like my sanity, my body. I'm doing this shit because I have to right now, waiting on you to get your shit together so that I can get some help in here. And you're like, we're not paying an extra person. That's more money in our pocket. And, you know, it's killing their damn employees. And they wonder why people quit a job, all the time. Like, oh, I'll tell you why you quit a job, because people get tired of doing three people's jobs.
And it ain't just one job. It's most of them nowadays.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
But pleasing everybody, it puts all of their needs before your own. And like when you keep doing that, it just drains all of your energy, and it cuts down on your health.
Now like the way that I see it too, there's a difference between being a people pleaser and doing that. Me and you friends, right? Like, I'm going to do things to please you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then but if you don't reciprocate that, then yes, that's a bad dynamic.
Yeah.
And that's how most of the time it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
But as friends, with friends, like you try to, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Right. So
and that's
like
the way it's
in
supposed to be.
that situation, that's a different.
Yeah.
That's a good dynamic. And you can be a people pleaser that way.
Yeah, because you're gonna,
if you're getting it reciprocated.
Exactly.
Right.
But at a job, they don't give you nothing. We've talked about this before. The freaking pizza party, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a pizza. Just give me some more money, dude. I don't want your damn pizza party once a month. Like, that's crap. I don't care about pizza. I can buy my own damn pizza. Like, I just don't care.
Well, I told you my job used to do nice things, and then they just went to
Nothing.
only pizza parties.
Yeah, like it's crap. Like, buy me some pre-made garbage ass pizza
as
a thank you.
Well, I was like, we're working Thanksgiving Day, and like we don't even get a Thanksgiving
dinner.
We get like maybe some like hand sandwiches or something. I'm like, what is this?
I'll bring my own damn turkey dinner on Thanksgiving Day.
I'm working 60 to 80 hour weeks. I mean, and I get like finger sandwiches. Like, what is this?
I'd be pissed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was the same way at the place I was at. Like, they didn't care. I mean, we got bonuses and stuff, but they would have stuff set in place to where you couldn't get the bonus if you missed 2 days in a quarter. They're like, you aren't reliable this month, so. I'm like, but what the, like, I got two things. My kid got, we can't say that. My kid got the bug, and here I am coming into work anyway, hopefully not giving it to all y'all, because who knows if I got this shit. But that's just like the job aspect of it. Let's talk about relationally, like how this stuff, like personal stuff.
Well, I mean, we mentioned the friend thing, right?
Yeah.
That also happens in relationships. You're always trying, because like in relationships, like guys, a lot of times they try to please the woman. It's good to please your woman.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always the yes man.
Yeah. And then
right?
It cuts out any part of you that you just literally, you concentrate on their well-being and you don't concentrate on your own, and then you spiral.
Well, and also on top of that, you take that person and put them on pedestal. You're putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah,
up here, right?
And I'm guilty of this. And I'll put them on a pedestal so much that I don't even pay attention to the things that are like red flags, and I should be like, that's a little.
Well, that, and plus, like in a relationship status wise, when you're just people pleasing all the time, when you put her up on that pedestal, you're actually devaluing yourself compared to her.
Yeah, I 100% get that. And another part of that, like going back to the people pleasing part of it, like I would sacrifice a whole lot of my authenticity just to make the other person happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to me, this may just be me, and everybody's different, but to me, my authenticity and me being my true self is a huge thing for me. Like, my happiness stems from me being authentic. And if I'm not being authentic, if I'm having to hold back who I really am in a relationship because I'm people pleasing the whole time, like, that makes me spiral. And I may not notice it at first. It may take a little while because I'm such an empath and I'm not paying attention to my own feelings, but I'm paying attention to everybody else's feelings. But it starts to wear on you, dude, and eventually you just get to a point where you're just like bitter. You're angry about just the smallest, stupidest little shit that shouldn't matter, So that's why people pleasing is a horrible thing for me, like in a relationship.
So like, so here's some research a little bit. Research links chronic people pleasing to a 30% higher risk of chronic stress, and that's per the 2017 American Psychological Association study.
Yeah, and they're pretty biased when it comes to like any other bullshit.
Effects involve elevated cholesterol, anxiety, fatigue, and resentment toward those who aim to please.
Cortisol. You said cholesterol. Cortisol. That's
Did I say cholesterol?
You said cholesterol.
Really?
I read it the same way the first time, I swear. But cortisol is a huge, huge issue in people's bodies, and people don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I went back to the doctor after I, figured out that I was going blind, or that I was, already blind, I went back and the doctor was like, "We need to test your cortisol levels," and I was like, "What the fuck? What? Why?" She was like, "Because with your body being in this fight or flight state for all this time, and it just being so out of whack for the last 7 years, like we need to check your cortisol levels." And she's like, "Before you can get healthy, we've got to get your cortisol levels down from 200% to less than 50 or whatever it was. I don't remember. Don't quote me because I'm dumb. But so that was a big deal, is getting that cortisol level down. And stress and all that shit, it elevates everything. But cortisol is a big deal, is what I was getting at.
Yeah. And like, if you have anxiety on already, I mean, like,
Dude,
people pleasing can be a really bad thing.
Dude, I never dealt with anxiety until the let's call it I never ever dealt with anxiety. I've always been like super social, and me, loud, obnoxious most of the time, just me.
So then, like, the resentment part, right? Resentment, that comes from not getting reciprocated.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot with people pleasers. Because, like, when you're a people pleaser, you actually attract those, I call them takers.
Yeah.
Because they take, and they never give.
Yeah. And this isn't us talking shit about people. This is just the reality of it. Like, this is just factual. We're not saying everybody is a taker. We're saying that most of the time.
I mean, that's what you'll attract.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're always giving.
Yeah.
And people pleasers, I put in the give. They're a giver.
Yeah.
And then, because you got two different types of people. You have a taker and a giver.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%. And I mean, a lot of people may be evenly killed about giving and taking, but
no, you're one or the other.
No, well,
I mean, I'm not saying that takers can't give.
Yeah, you're just saying that one's more than the other almost.
Yeah, like you're either a giver, which you give more than you take.
Yeah.
Or you're a taker and you'll take more than you give.
Yeah. And that can wear on you too. Like being a giver, give. And for me,
that's a people pleaser. People pleaser just gives.
But for me, I'm not good at receiving most of the time. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's another downfall that people pleasers have. A lot of us are people pleasers, or became people pleasers, is because we want to give and we don't know how to accept getting things back in return. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Well, you want to know kind of why I think that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't have a damn clue.
I think it's from like being a kid, right? So, back as a kid, you get praised for giving.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, shit. So, it just clicked, bro.
So, you're praised for giving, but they never give back.
So, you're over here like...
So you think to get...
the praise you need, you have to give to keep getting that little bit of dopamine that you get for being praised. Okay, that makes... Holy shit. It's perfectly logical and makes perfect sense, but I never really put that together, like, until we just talked about it. One of those holy crap moments, Holy crap. So that's why I think the shadow work shit should be, like, more predominant. We need to do a podcast on that.
On what?
Shadow work?
Shadow work.
Oh, baby. Let me tell you.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll do a whole podcast on it.
I've not heard of that.
Oh boy, it's a big deal. This is what I was talking about. People pleasing erodes your authenticity and makes relationships feel shallow and one-sided. I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, I feel it. But this goes back to like the thing you were saying about early on, like the reason why we become people pleasers, you know, our childhood. And that never made sense to me until we just talked about it. And I'm sure it might have made sense in my subconscious, but like until we just said it.
Yeah, that, and then because you get that dopamine and everything, right?
And that's what you want.
But you have a fear of saying no because it'll be a rejection, right?
And there's no dopamine that comes with rejection.
Because you're gonna fear that rejection.
Yeah.
So you don't say no, and you always say yes.
Yeah. Even though sometimes, and for me, you'll get so spread thin that your yes is just not gonna happen. Like your yes is a yes, I'll take care of it, and you can't produce. Like you just can't.
And you're gonna, it's gonna be at a personal cost.
Yeah. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That's something that I've had to learn. Like this is another thing with the being a people pleaser. You got to set boundaries, man. And
that's the boundary work I've been telling you about.
I know, and that's something that you've been helping me work on since we started this.
Like, man, like before I started working on myself, like I was a big people pleaser.
Shit, I feel that.
And I still like to please people, but I look at myself first. I take care of me, and then I worry about everybody else.
Yeah, you're not going to do it at the cost of your own authenticity.
Or sanity.
Or sanity or
health or whatever,
or wealth or whatever. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and you're not willing to give up what you got. And I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking about yourself a little bit first. I'm not saying be self-centered or selfish, but at the same time, like if you don't take care of you, nobody's going to be.
Well, I think you need to be selfish.
To an extent. But I've seen the other side of only being selfish.
You still need to be selfish.
I agree, and I've had to become selfish. And it sucks, and it hurts people sometimes, but
I'm not saying, like, be 100% on anything. Like, it's it's a give and take. It's always give and take.
Fluidity, yeah. Like, you got to be fluid with that shit.
Because, like, I don't know why, but a lot of times we go way too far in one direction all the time. It's like, you got to... Like, back to our balance thing, right?
Yeah.
Our balance episode. Like, you won't find complete balance, but you kind of want to try to get a little bit of balance. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to try to balance shit out. Like, you're never, like we said, like, go back and watch the episode. Yeah, do that. But you're never going to find a complete balance, but you have to find out what your balance is and what makes you happy and balancing out all of the different things in your life. And if you don't take that time to find out what that even is because you're so busy making everybody else's life happy, like you're going to wake up one day and you're going to go, what do I even want? And who the hell even am I?
I did that.
I wrote a book about it, like I had to. It's the only thing that saved me throughout this last 5-6 years.
That's one of the big things in my life that's changed.
Yeah.
Like everything in my mind, like just
completely had to change. Yeah.
Completely.
Well, it sounds like you did some shadow work that you don't realize that's what it was. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm excited about this now because I really want to get into this deep because I did some like heavy studies on this.
I've never heard of the term shadow work.
But you wait. Like you're going to freak out. Anyway.
So let's talk about breaking the cycle. So build awareness. Pause before agreeing to requests. Ask, do I want this? Does it align with my needs? So, that one's a hard one, right?
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, because there's things you want to do for your friends and your family and your loved one, but...
Right, but you word vomit, so you're, like, quick to react. You don't stop and think.
I know, and I'm working on that shit, too.
So, yeah, I'm like, it's hard, man. You have to stop and think before you're going to answer.
Well, I'm so emotionally charged when I get in especially when I'm passionate about something, and that's why like a lot of these podcasts come off with me just going for like 20 minutes at a time sometimes. I get passionate about something and like it's more of an emotionally charged conversation with me because I want people to get the freedom that I feel to be myself. I want people to experience, even the people that have went through absolute turmoil and hell. I want them to be able to be comfortable and confident in the fact that, look, everybody goes through shit. Let's make it out. So that's my word vomiting. See, look, I'm already fucking word vomiting again, dude. Anyway, I'll stop. But yes, I need to stop and get in my logical brain because I'm always emotionally charged.
You could go, I'll check my availability and let you know.
And that's another problem I have is like whenever I talk to somebody, I feel like they want an answer right then. I don't understand. I do now, and it's been an ongoing process. They don't have to respond to me, and I don't have to respond to them instantaneously.
Well, I mean, I do it to you all the time. I'm like,
you'll leave me on red for 14, 11 hours, and then be like, oh yeah, I'll look into it. I'm like, bitch, it's been 14 hours.
I'll be like, I'll check on that. Let me get back to you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you have to do it in your time, and you have to understand that your time is not my time, and my time is not your time. So when I want something done, like I'll take somebody, and I want something done, and I want it done like right now. Mm-hmm. You do that to me a lot.
I do it. I'm like, hey, you got that done?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm working on something else.
You got that done yet?
No, I don't. 2 minutes later. Okay. 2 minutes later. Two minutes later. I'm like, bitch, I'm in the middle of cooking a dinner for these children and myself.
I'm like, I don't know.
And you're like, I don't care. Did you get it done? No, I'll do it here in a minute, Pint. Chill out, bro. And he's like, I'm just messing with you. I'm like, no, you're not. You really want it now, bitch. I know. You want it now. And he's like, yeah, kind of, but I can wait.
I mean, I can't wait. I'm just like, when I think of something, I just want it done. Like,
yeah, I get it.
Because I'll forget.
Me too.
I'll forget.
Me too. I think that's part of my problem is
that's another reason I keep texting you. I'm like, hey.
Because you know I'll forget.
Yeah. Did you forget?
Yeah. Because it would be like Friday at 4:00 and he's like, is scheduled to drop at 6? And I'm like, yeah. And I'll be over here like, oh shit, I'm late. I hope this shit downloads fast.
Yeah, I'm like, you got that done yet? Like, get that done.
But that's good. I mean, that's a good dynamic we have. Is like you remember shit that I forget, and I'll bring up just stupid stuff, and then you'll pull up something like this, like the topic we're on right now. I just dropped like 2 sentences, and you're like, ooh, yeah, let's do that.
So, our step 2 is set boundaries.
Bro, I'm working on
I mean, we talk about boundaries.
A lot.
But
because it's something I really struggle with.
Boundaries is a big thing to me.
Absolutely.
Start small. Small boundaries.
I started big, dude. I had to because there was stuff that was being overstepped for so long that there was big, important, like decisions being made without my well-being and my sanity being taken like into consideration at all. And then on top of that, being attacked about stuff.
But your situation a little bit.
I know, but like I had to just nix it and have a sit down, like come to Jesus meeting, dude, which turned out to be absolutely awesome and reciprocated and figured out there was no idea that it was being done and that I was in the state that I was. So it was a really good, thing, and it's hard, but
so like with the people pleasing, you can start with small no's.
Yeah.
Like if someone invites you to go do something, no.
I appreciate it, man. I just can't. I got other. What's the word?
I don't know, dude. The thing that drives me crazy is someone will say no and they just make up excuses. Don't make up excuses. Just if you don't want to, just tell me no.
Yeah.
I'm one of them people. Like if you just don't want to, cool.
Well, a lot of times my thing is if I want to do something and I'm like I can't really like I can't afford it. I'm like, bro, I want to really bad. I mean, that's different. Afford it.
Like so a lot of my friends have kids, right? And a lot of people I have figured out if they don't want to do something.
I'll be like, I got some kid stuff.
Yeah, I got some kid stuff, or I got the kids, or
I take these kids and drop them off. Drop them off on the way.
And I'm like,
you can bring the kids.
I'm like, bring the kids.
I don't care.
I mean, you got people that'll watch the kids. It's like, I know this.
My thing is
I
like,
know you.
You've been around my kids since they were born. Like, you don't care if the kids are here. And we're like, you're like, hey, you want to go out to lunch? And I'm like, hey, I got the kids. You're like, I don't give a shit. We're going somewhere the kids can eat too. Like, what's the problem is? And I'm like, well, I didn't know if we were going out for beers. He's like, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, bro. I'm like, I don't mean we can't have a damn beer, but we'll take the kids.
I'm like, if you want to have a beer, have a beer.
Yeah.
Like, you know me, I don't drink. Yeah. I don't drink, so
yeah. But it's just wild that people use kids as an excuse just to get out of something.
I don't drink while we're out.
Oh, I will.
Well, I only like liquor. I don't like beer. Remember?
I'll drink.
I'll
drink them both while we're out. Cause you're driving now. I ain't got no excuse. I ain't gonna be getting no DUI.
Well, I mean, like I said, I usually drive, so I don't really drink.
I've heard some stories about Pink's ass hanging out the back of a car after a good long drunk night.
Yeah, but I wasn't driving.
No, not at all.
I wasn't driving.
Ain't no way.
Now, if I ain't driving, that's a different story. But
John's a trooper, dude. Is all I'm gonna say.
But now, yeah, no, he was so mad that night.
I know. I would have killed y'all, dude. I would have straight killed y'all. Oh,
all right, so we got to go to this because like you started it.
I know.
Now we were at Jake's Cigar Bar.
I love that place, by the way. Shout out to Jake's Cigar Bar. Maybe we can get a sponsorship.
And we were drinking there and having our cigars.
It's a good place.
It's a good time. We're having a good time. I can't tell you how many of these little sour whiskeys that he has. The little sour whiskeys they make there. Oh my gosh, it's the best sour whiskey I've ever had.
Whiskey sour?
Yeah, that's it. Did I say it backwards?
Yeah, you said sour whiskey. You dyslexic ass.
But anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm drinking them. I don't remember how many I've had. I've had a few.
A few? That's what my buddy Donovan says all the time. Hey, Donovan, how many you had to drink? Just a few.
Just a few.
What does that mean? 12 pack? What? Damn, that's more than a few, cuz. All right, so keep going with your story because this story's funny as hell.
So I remember 3 or 4.
You had 10 probably.
I remember 3 or 4.
You had 10.
I was feeling good. Like, I
bet.
I had to go, I went to the bathroom. I was fine. Come back. Fine. Man, we get up and leave.
You're blitzed.
And get to, soon as we get out of the door, I feel it hit. Like, it hit like a truck. And I'm like, oh.
The stumbles?
I was like, whoa. And then we were sitting there at the light, and I was like, oh, I don't feel so good. Everything started getting so hot. Like, and I'm like,
hate that shit, man.
Oh. And all I hear is, open the door. Open the door. And I'm like,
stumbling to find the door.
I can't get out the door. It won't let me out.
And you're grabbing somebody's leg instead of the door. This. Oh God!
He puts it in park, gets out the door, and jerks open the door.
He didn't want you to chuck in his car, dog.
Well, I know that, but I was like, "What the heck?" Oh. And I'm so drunk,
you just fall out on the ground.
I'm just like, ugh, just hanging out the door.
Did you yak, bro?
I don't remember.
Did you black out?
I mean, I don't like. I remember only parts of that night.
Oh God, I'm crying.
And I was like,
you have to hear you have to hear John explain it though, because he gets so mad when
he gets so bad.
Like him, and dude, John mad is the greatest thing ever. Like watching him play COD. Yeah. Or being in a party with him while he's playing COD and we're playing Ark or something, and him getting mad at them kids, boy. I just sitting over there cracking up. Anyway, let's get back to the topic because Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
Oh man, I'm going to cry.
That's back in the day when I really drank.
Yeah. So being able to start with a little nose, it really builds confidence to protect your energy from negativity and just bad treatment. There's people taking advantage of you.
Oh, here's a good example. This is how I'd like somebody to respond to me instead of giving me a bullcrap reason. I appreciate the invite, but I need to pass it this time.
Yeah, well, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's no questions asked. No.
All
right, bub. I hope you're doing good. Let me know if you need anything.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't always use the kids, because then I start assuming that you're just using the kids for an excuse.
Well, I mean, sometimes we be doing that though. Sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't feel like going. But sometimes people, especially the people that are closest to you, if you're just like, no, man, I don't feel like doing shit, they'll be like, well, what else are you doing? I'm like, bitch, I'm sitting on my couch loafing, scratching my Johns, none of your business. Maybe I'm just laying out I like to lay out here in the field. This what I'm doing is my.
Well,
what
you
I'm
know,
doing.
I'll invite you to stuff. If you don't want to, fine.
Yeah, it ain't no
Cool.
big deal.
Whatever.
And the problem is I think a lot of us people pleasers like don't want to. We don't want to upset anybody, especially an empath who's a people pleaser. We don't want to make somebody think that, oh, well, they don't like me. They're not hanging out with me. They don't want to come do stuff with me. That's my reasoning behind not wanting to say no, like to invites and shit sometimes. But sometimes I'm just, my social meter sometimes is just not, it's not at a level where I can go and be sociable. And that doesn't mean I'm dealing with.
Now, when I was people pleasing, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, then that's what
But
I've
I mean,
always thought.
but nowadays I'm like,
Whatever.
if you want to go do something with me, you will. If you don't, you don't.
Your response is not my
I
responsibility.
mean, so if you want to be friends and hang out, we'll hang out. If you don't want to be friends, we ain't gonna hang out. You know,
I got enough people to
that's-
hang out with. I don't need any more. Oh man, I'm still hurting from laughing. Like my ribs is hurting over here.
So step 3, clarify your priorities. List what matters most, health, goals, personal time, to guide your decisions. So like I always say, health comes first. I always think health comes first.
Yeah, I wish I'd have thought like that a couple, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
I mean, I used to not, but
Yeah, well, you know, them diabetes, cuz.
I'm also trying to get healthier too, so.
I start Sunday for my weight training.
Goal, I don't know, goals. I like goals, but I think personal time is more important, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you need that mental time.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, you need that mental time.
And then goals.
Goals come with the other stuff. Your goals, you can meet your goals a whole lot better if you're mentally stable, in a good place, and you have your personal time to where you can sit back and reflect on the things
Now-
that's going on in your life.
Now, say if I was younger, like in my 20s or
Younger
something,
pint
I would probably put goals
first.
first.
And then personal time, then health. Health was always on the back burner for me.
No, like I still think health needs to come first.
No, hell no.
Even if you're young,
Not
health
me.
first, goals, then personal.
No, I'm
time.
talking about young Chad. Young Chad was like, let's get this paper, and then, you know, the other shit.
Well, young me was just like, let's make some money.
So we can go party and do stupid crap.
I was like, everything else don't matter.
yeah, that was that bullshit
Just,
ego.
it's
I
just
had.
it's just the money. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't.
I need a better car, man. I need to go faster. That was my thing, faster. Everything was always, let's go faster. Now I just don't care. I can't even drive, so I don't need to go fast. Stupid.
Yeah. So anything that doesn't fit in within your what matters most,
Yeah.
you know, decline the task that conflict with any of that.
You know, like if rest is priority, decline the task that conflicts with it, you know.
So rest to me is 5 hours.
5 hours?
That's all you need.
No, bro. I need a weekend to recoup sometimes. Like a whole ass weekend. Like Saturday, Sunday, leave me alone. I need a weekend sometimes.
What are you doing? Hibernating?
Hell yeah. Bro, sometimes I just bed rot. I just lay in there in the bed and just...
Nah.
Yeah, I just bed rot sometimes. And I ain't mad at it. But summer's coming up, and that's a winter thing for me because I go outside and I'm like, I don't want to be cold.
If I get more than 5 hours, we're having a problem.
Sleep or rest? Sleep, I can't do over 5 hours most of the
Sleep.
time. Sleep, I can't.
I mean, that's rest.
No,
Sleep.
rest is no, not for me. Rest is not just sleep for me. Rest is being able to turn off and veg out and not think about anything else other than what's going on the new season of Big Mouth. It's out.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, I do. I veg out, bro. I can just turn my mind off. You can't turn your mind off?
No.
Yeah, I can.
What?
Oh yeah, I can
Nah.
turn. Oh yeah, I can turn it all off and just concentrate on the show. A lot of people say they can't do it.
I mean, you won't go fishing, so
Bullshit.
you got a boat.
What?
Ain't taking me out
I
on no
can't.
boat.
I can't drive, but what do you want me to do? You know, the last time I took the boat out to the lake, I ain't allowed to drive the boat no more. It's gonna have a big ass hole in the bottom. I hit a stump this big at like 50 mile an hour. Do you know what that feels like?
It's got a hole in it.
No, but if I keep driving the boat, it's gonna have a hole in it. It'll be at the
Well, I
bottom
can
of the
drive
lake.
a boat.
Okay.
I can drive.
Okay.
So let's go.
You can't back a trailer. I can. We'll be all right.
No,
I'll back.
I can back a trailer. I said no. What I said was I never dropped a boat in the water.
It's easy. I'll teach you.
Gibby
taught me in
I was just
3
saying I
times.
haven't done it. So
Well, that don't mean you can't. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I didn't say I couldn't.
But yeah, rest. Bedrock for me is rest. Just chilling out and like being away. Like for me, sometimes like when I'm here and it's just the kids and me.
Well, then rest would be my personal. I'm like, my brain doesn't shut off, so I don't know what that is.
Oh man.
So my personal time is kind of my rest.
Yeah,
time,
it's the same thing. Like because sometimes it's different for everybody, which is not a big deal. You know, rest is rest. But you want to sleep. I don't sleep much. Like if I don't sleep,
like I said, 5 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if I don't sleep, I don't really. If I get 2 days no sleep, it's a problem. I start having problems. But
so I told you I've been having problems getting up, right?
Yeah,
It's cause I'm sleeping more than 5 hours.
well, it's because you're working out 4 times a week, homie. Like your body is like, hey, yo, bitch, I need a little more recuperation time.
Yeah, my body has been saying that.
Yeah, I know.
But
So-
I mean, I rest. Like I'm, you know, when I'm not working out, I do rest my body. You know, I'm not working as hard
Yeah.
because that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't know. Maybe I do need to get a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, if your body's if you're sleeping more, then you need more sleep. Don't fight it; just let it happen.
Yeah, I know, but like if I do the 5 hours, I feel even with working out. Like if I do 5 hours, I feel better.
It's because your body is conditioned for those 5 hours, just like mine.
But if I sleep longer than 5 hours, I
feel like shit all day.
Like crap.
Yep, I'm with you, dude. Embrace discomfort. So saying no is going to make you feel guilty. We talked about it. Like it makes me feel like I'm letting somebody down, or it's making me feel like I'm. Are they going to be mad at me? Are they going to think I don't like them? Is this going to change our friendship or our relationship if I just say no? I feel selfish about it because I'm like, man, maybe they were really counting on me to show up for this or whatever. But you're going to have to just embrace that shitty feeling you get and say, look, man, I got to think about me a little bit before I think about everybody else. Because if you can't get your own shit right, then how you going to help anybody anyway, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That last part.
Yeah.
That,
Well, it's like it goes back to the same airplane thing we're talking about. Put your mask on, then put your neighbor's mask on. If you don't have your mask on, you pass out in the middle of putting your neighbor's on, and your neighbor gets his on, and he's like, what the hell happened to this guy? And he could be too dumb to put it on you. You know what I'm saying? Then you're in trouble. You finna die.
So, like, step 5, we got seek support. Share your struggle with a trusted friend or therapist to process resentment.
Because just because you got...
Honest conversations foster deeper, more genuine connections.
Absolutely. Just because you got some resentment about something, if you just put that shit inside you and you hold into it. And look, I got friendships and I get resentful sometimes about shit, but I'll talk about it. And I may not say shit the right way most of the time. Like I might not be like, you know, it really hurt me that I might just be like, bitch, why you do this? That's stupid. Like I wouldn't do that shit to you. Why you doing this shit to me? And it comes out because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm not meaning it in a bad way. I'm just trying to get it out so we can fix it because I want to fix it. Yeah. I don't want anybody mad at me ever. Like I don't want people mad at me.
Now see, get this. So like, because like when I was doing my people pleaser thing, like if you did that to me,
you would freak out.
Oh, like I wouldn't freak out in front of you, but like I'd go home and I would just dwell on it.
Yeah, see,
and be like, why did?
That's why.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I need to work on my delivery.
But so no, I mean it ain't that.
But still, I need to work on my delivery. I know this.
That would be just my people pleasing way. Like I would dwell on it so much because I was like, oh my goodness, I upset him. I did this and he didn't like it. Like, and you just spiral down. Like, and
I don't think about it that long. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh, dude,
and then I'll forget.
I would dwell on it all day.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, man. Like
I'm not saying I do it now. Like I used to. Like I would dwell on it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure when I was young I did, but like, I don't know, man. Maybe I did a lot more than I remember because I've kind of like I've gotten to where I like, and this is probably not healthy at all. I block some shit out from my past because it's so traumatic that I just don't even want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that seek and support shit, man. Like, look, dude, I know that I can call this dude right here, and he probably ain't gonna answer the first time I call because he sucks. But I know that when he gets a second, he's going to be like, I'm not texting because this must be important if this bitch is calling me. So he's going to call me back, and then we're going to talk about it. And it doesn't matter what's going on. If he can make it, he's going to be like, look, I got to work at 3, but I'm off at 6. I'll be at the house. What are you cooking? Because my fat ass is going to be hungry. So make us some food, and we'll sit down and we'll just...
Some protein.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. So if you have those people in your life that you can call on when you're going through the thick of it, like that, and it could be a therapist, it could be anybody, but there's always somebody in your life that's willing to be that shoulder you can cry on.
And if you don't, we have an episode about that.
Absolutely, we do. Did we already do that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendships.
Yeah. So, just reach out, man. Like it's, I know it's complicated, or sometimes you don't even know what to say. You're just like, I feel this, and I don't know what it is. But if you reach out to your people, like, people care about you. You have people in your life that, whether you know it or can accept the fact that they care about you or what, you have those people in your life that are going to be, somebody you can talk to. And if you don't, call a therapist. There's a phone number for this shit, man. There's a phone number. So just reach out to somebody, dude.
Yeah, it's always good to talk to somebody. Like I said, I got like my really close friends. Those are the people I talk to. And if they do something that upsets me, or
you just go to them,
or they're not reciprocating or something, we talk about it.
Yeah, we talk it out. Like, it's not that complicated. We're adults, man. We're not kids. But a lot of us are still living, and a lot, like, for me as a people pleaser for so long, and not being able to set proper boundaries and shit. For me, that really affected who I am as a person for a long time. So being able to stand up for myself, and I have to give credit where credit's due. I had somebody in my life that showed me that I needed to do this for my own self-worth issues, right? And I started doing it, and dude, it's been night and day. Even the relationships that I thought were like complete shit, when I set boundaries, now they're like, okay, he's being serious. Like, he has these unsteppable, boundaries that if you step on it, he's going to come at you for it and be like, look, no, we're not going here. This is not what we're doing. And I don't appreciate it. We've had this conversation, and it's made our relationships deepen because they know where I'm at and where I'm coming from with it. And they know where they can go with, conversations or just any boundary. So it definitely does make a big difference to stop the people pleasing and try to think about yourself a little bit first. I'm not saying be self-centered, but
if you reflect on people pleasing, it reveals a universal truth. We want to belong, to be valued, but losing ourselves in the process comes at a cost.
It does. You get into a dark space that you don't want to be in. It sucks. Your needs should never be secondary. By setting boundaries and prioritizing yourself, you create a space for healthier relationships and a more fulfilled life. So just being your authentic self is a very, very big deal. It's a very freeing, liberating thing to be able to be who you are on the inside. Not just the mask you wear and the bullshit that you have to do to get to where you got to go. But being your authentic self is so freeing, and it's so healthy for your own noggin,
So this week, take one small step, say no to something that doesn't serve you, or write down one personal priority. Notice how it feels to honor yourself. If you would, like, share, comment. Our fight is your fight. Thanks for tuning in.